Gov't questions, OWWA deal over land near NAIA. The Department of Migrant Workers, led by Secretary Hans Cacdac, has publicly labeled the 1.4 billion peso land acquisition deal undertaken by the Overseas Workers Welfare Administration during former Administrator Arnell Ignacio's tenure as anomalous. Cacdac emphasized that critical procedural steps, most notably the presentation of the transaction to the OWWA Board of Trustees, were entirely bypassed in clear violation of Republic Act No. 10,752, which requires board approval for any property transaction or amendment thereof. He went on to note that, had the process been regular, proof of payment and proper documentation should have been produced at the time of sale, rather than only after the DMW intervened and secured a refund. According to DMW officials, in September 2024, Ignacio unilaterally amended the deed of absolute sale to shift responsibility for the local transfer tax, originally borne by OWWA, to the seller's side, effectively obligating the government to cover an additional 36 million pesos without board knowledge or consent. Separately, investigators uncovered that Ignacio failed to disclose a leasing tenant already occupying the property. As a result, OWWA assumed the de facto role of landlord, collecting rent, without communicating the arrangement to its own trustees. In a pointed exchange with Ignacio, Cacdac questioned why the rent collector was the property's former owner, authorized as attorney in fact, rather than an OWWA official or third-party agent. Ignacio reportedly never provided a satisfactory explanation, prompting Cacdac to highlight that rent totaling 1.4 million pesos was only returned because the DMW demanded its restitution. Otherwise, those funds would have remained with a private individual designated by Ignacio, again without board sanction. The probe itself was formally initiated by the DMW on May 20, 2025, as reported by ABS-CBN News, following mounting questions about Ignacio's removal from office and the propriety of the land deal. According to that report, Secretary Cacdac cited loss of trust and confidence as the grounds for replacing Ignacio, underscoring the gravity with which the DMW views potential breaches of fiduciary duty. Stay curious, stay connected. Subscribe now for fresh news update.